We are here in beautiful Jamaica today, trying to get out a quick recording while I'm on vacation. Just going to go over some of the basics here. We were talking about Bitcoin, and last post I made, we were trading, looking for that reaction off of 67,500. We got that into our little first area of interest. I mean, this is just a small pattern at the top for the range here. We got that at the VWAP, the anchored VWAP off the low. We have an anchored VWAP off the high. It's kind of coinciding here at the 618. It looks like we may curl over back into this entry zone and then back up into the 618. That's what I'm looking at happening possibly today or tomorrow, or early week price action. Now, I don't know if we're going to head deeper or not. If we do, our next area of interest is down here at this large volume point of control. Let's actually move this whole range over. Yeah, here. If we come down under this value area high, sort of our low end zone on our support, if we break all this, we come down into the volume point of control. I feel like we'll head all the way down to about 60K. That does feel like quite a drop from 70, and you're not wrong if you're also feeling that. But that would be our next, this area here between 63 and 60 is our next big area of support, coming off of this drop. Yeah, I really feel like under the 618 here, to the volume point of control is 63,000. I'll say that's where I'm looking at next. We'll have to look at some other indicators when we get there to see where things are going. Right now, I do expect this little range up here to hold for a bit unless we get some dramatic price action. But it is currently almost 10 a.m. on a Monday, and yeah, there's just not a whole lot happening yet. If you've taken a small long here, you should have taken your first profits also already, which I know it doesn't seem like a very large rise, and it's not. Actually, you know what? I got this measured wrong. We go from top. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to say the next area we're going to look and see if we can break over this 618 at 70,000. If we can break over that VWAP and hold it, I think we head up to new all-time high. I think new all-time high is going to happen sooner than later just because of how close this made it. And if we start to sink from here, shorts are going to pile up with that all-time high over here at 73,681 as their major stop zone. So I could see shorts wanting to pile up in there. Let's move over to some of our other markets. Let's take a look at the SPY, which the SPY, we still haven't broken under our support range here. We still even haven't tapped. But I'm going to move that up a little bit, right? So now we have a bit of a neckline here at 565. Pardon the wind. At 565. And as long as we don't break into that, I don't expect any major bearish action to really hit. I am still looking for a little bit more high. I think we get some volatility here with the elections in the U.S. And then I think we'll probably get a little more action up until the end of the year. I think the end of the year is going to mark that the election will be over. You'll have the parties trying to spread that fear and uncertainty. You'll have it'll be less of a rush to explain what's happening in the market is always good news. Look, let's face it, that no candidate wants to be the candidate who is facing bad news. And you'll get that end of the year sell-off on high profit zones. That could be our test of the hop. We need to go to a larger chart to see where our other indicators are going. Because like on a daily even, this is going to be a bit short. We just have just the usual daily bearish divergence. I don't think it's going to change, to be honest with you. I think that's going to keep rolling. And on the weekly, this is a bit more telling because the weekly tends to really track the indices. On the weekly, we do have, this is a much more significant bearish divergence, and we do have, say, oscillators currently trending down on a weekly. So I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, this test here on 562. We roll over to the Qs. Qs are trading up our wedge very, very slowly. I have some pattern support up here if we reach it at 524 on the Qs. But we got to keep this bar as support here, especially this line would be great at 483. When you start bouncing off of that, definitely to hold 469 and to keep this pattern going. It hasn't nullified or anything yet. Oscillator support, it's kind of curling a little bit. Like we hit a significant time fib. We've had a little bit of a bump, but the Qs, the S&P, really not doing anything crazy. We go into some of our other trades like natural gas. Natural gas is really in our sweet spot to try and scoop up and try to roll long on. I think it's that season. New things are going to start getting colder. If we get some decent cold weather, natural gas could really pop off. Let me roll over into my watch list here, and we'll look at oil doing pretty much the same thing. We saw oil come down into our support range, and we talked about how needing to see a reaction out of this, and we did. Oil is pulling back up. I think oil is going to make another return up in this range between 73 and 79. Oh, and I can't not talk about lithium anymore. Lithium was one of our big talks, big trades. I don't remember where I put it, but I got it somewhere. Here we go. No, that's not it. PLL, there's one. And I've got another one somewhere. Here we go. PAL. So PLL holding, doing well, and LAC. Now these are big long-term accumulations for me. LAC is coming back into support. That's nice to see because that gives us an opportunity to buy. If we come down into this range between 359 and 327 and test that neckline, I'll grab more LAC, like a good significant amount. Like I still am accumulating LAC. I'll just amplify. We had that and then start rolling up, and that is going to be very big for LAC. And that's my preferred lithium vehicle. PLL is my other lithium vehicle, and we're waiting for that to really scoop out a bottom, round out, and head up to targets. And let's do one more TLT. TLT also, like oil and like oil and natural gas, it's coming into that range where it really needs to hold 89.22. I think we're getting close. So if we don't see a reaction, be a little cautious. I wouldn't use leverage on this fund just because it's an already leveraged fund. If you want to trade, excuse me, if you want to trade, TLT isn't the leveraged fund. Never mind. This is the non-leveraged fund. If you're trading the leveraged fund, be very cautious with leverage. This is the non-leveraged fund. This is the one you can trade with leverage if you want, but be aware if we break under 86.92, this is probably coming down for another low because we lose that bullish structure. Finding a new low above 87.48 is going to be very important for TLT. That's also going to be very important for TMF. That's the one I thought it was on, because TMF really needs to hold that line. And we're at that ascending trend line now. If we break a new low at 42.66, that could be a whole new low, especially for TMF, which is a bit more volatile. Not a bad spot because your stops can be under this low. We don't have bullish structure yet, but what we are looking is possibly trading at a wedge for a while and then rolling up. That's our hope for TMF anyway. It just depends on how the markets do. These tend to trade inverse, not always, but a bit inverse to the rest of the general markets, make them pretty good hedge funds that way. But I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to wrap it up. head back to vacation. Go enjoy the rest of my stay. You guys, y'all have fun. Be cautious out there. Be careful trading. And just follow your plans. I'm not going to post probably any real live trades. I'm not taking this because I don't have time to watch it. And I'll trade again when I get back from vacation. But I am posting ideas, and I do want to follow the markets. So if you want to follow along with me while I'm gone, feel free. I'll make some other posts. Hell, I might even make another video. But I'm going to wrap this up. That'll do it for now. If you guys have any questions or anything you'd like to see, let me know in the comments or on the Discord, obviously. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.